Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
It is indeed the Call Flow Radio Show for Monday, September 16th. I'm John Staten. Noah is somewhere here on the premises, but we have a guest this morning, so we'll talk to Doug Stanley, County Administrator from Prince Edward County. And we say good morning, sir. How are you?
Good, John. Good morning to you. Doing good.
Well, we just had the Heart of Virginia Festival, so I guess we can talk about that first.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to go out. The Farmville Rotary Club had a booth set up Saturday morning, and was out there from like 9 to 10 and got to see the early morning crowd, and then I saw pictures of the later crowd. So
right.
it really looked like it was a good turnout. I think the overcast helps a little bit. It doesn't make it quite as hot. But looks like our community showed very well on Saturday and had a great festival.
All right. So I figured we'd mention that since you were there. I was there. We were there for a short period of time compared to some.
I saw Husky in his bright orange shirt out there.
That was me.
The street.
That was me. So besides that, did you have that meeting that you normally have?
Yeah. So the Board of Supervisors met on September 10th. A number of items on the agenda. Probably the biggest thing, we had a public hearing for $16.8 million in general obligation bonds through the Virginia Public School Authority. This is, I'll say, the third leg of the financing strategy for the renovation for the elementary school. It's a estimated about $42-43 million project. We've got an $8+ million grant from the state of Virginia for construction. Okay. We've asked for $25 million, and they call it the literary loan financing, which is a subsidized lower rate of 3%. And then the remainder of the project, about $16.8 through the Virginia Public School Authority. Those bonds will be sold in October, I believe on October 9th. So just trying to line up the financing for an exciting project. And if you've had the opportunity to go out by the schools, they are building the little village of portable modular classrooms with canopies for the kids to live in the next couple of years while construction is going on.
Right.
Some of the buildings, once the project is awarded and construction starts, there's a couple buildings that will be torn down, and then there'll be a new center section that goes in there. So the elementary schools currently a total of 9 buildings. 2 will come down, and then they'll all be connected. So the goal is at the end of the day you have pretty much one building all tied together.
So not all the original buildings are coming down.
Not all of them are coming down. Some will be reused.
All right.
One of the it's an academy style building, so a lot of each classroom on the outside has these outside doors. Makes it very tough to secure the campus.
Right.
The new facility will have a new entryway and security vestibule that kids and parents and teachers, everybody will filter through to get into the school. That way you can monitor access. So that's one of the issues that we had to address with the renovation was security. Right. Yeah. In today's world, unfortunately, it is it's a big concern. So that's one of the I'll say the key items that have to be addressed with the design of the renovation.
Was there a date projected at all?
So the project is currently out to bid. I think it went out on September 28th. August 28th. Bids are due October 1.
Okay. And
I believe that the school board will be meeting a week or so after that to consider award of the bids, assuming we get within the budget of where we've estimated. So project will be moving on, and I think we're looking at a summer 2027 completion. So certainly by the fall of 27, school should be completely renovated.
That'll be great.
Other items on the agenda, the board approved a request from the Prospect Gospel Tabernacle Church out on Prince Edward Highway to replace their existing pole sign with a new 32-square-foot electronic sign so they can share information about activities at the church. And the board approved a special use permit for North Branch Solar LLC to construct and operate a 3-megawatt solar energy facility. It's a 40-acre site, pretty small site comparatively. It's part of about 150-acre farm out on Route 47 out there on Thomas Jefferson Highway. That's right against the Appomattox County line. And also with that, a siting agreement. The siting agreements are agreements between the county and the company that, one, they'll pay $15,000 per megawatt in capital improvement contribution to the county, but also it'll lock in their payments to the county for the operation of the solar projects. They'll pay $1,400 per megawatt or $4,200 per year starting year one of operation, and there's a cost of living, an escalator that's built in that'll increase over the 40-year lifespan of the project. The board approved an agreement with Five Pillars Meats. It's an incentive grant. We put up a $25,000 match, and then the state, through an AFIG grant, puts up $75,000 to help get them in operation. Our grant is basically using the enterprise zone incentives that the county offers, such as we can back half their real estate and machinery tools tax kind of as an investment back into the project. So we're excited to help Five Pillars get up and running. Our latest information says maybe middle of October that project will be completed. So we're excited to see that up in operation.
Not long at all.
No, and the key component about that project is it will provide farmers in our region, not just Prince Edward, but our region, the opportunity to sell their animals. They'll be processed through a USDA facility, which means they can be sold directly to the public. So they'll have a front counter at the building and be able to sell, but also hopefully be able to provide local restaurants with locally grown beef. So it's exciting.
That's an idea, yeah.
It's exciting. The board approved a request from the Farmville Volunteer Fire Department to run non-transport BLS calls. Those are emergency medical calls. In their complete first two areas. So the way it was previously handled was Farmville only ran in the town, but part of their first two area, which actually goes out to where the schools are located, covers where I live out on Price Drive, this will allow them to go first. Peavers may get there second. Peavers will still, or Meharon will still do the transports, but they can get there and provide medical care while waiting for the transport unit, the ambulance, to actually get to the scene. So we appreciate working with the Farmville Volunteer Fire Department to try to expand their coverage. Now they've got some additional staff with training to provide that support. One of the other things that the last thing I want to mention from the board meeting, we heard a community partner update from, first it was the Honorable Don Blessing, who's the Chief Judge of the Circuit Court, and our consultant, Beth Revis, who is our opioid grant consultant. And they talked about the development of the Central Virginia Adult Recovery Court. State of Virginia doesn't call them drug courts anymore. We call them recovery courts. Recovery courts. And we've recently had the approval of the Central Virginia Recovery Court completed. That will include Prince Edward, Buckingham, and Cumberland counties. The three Commonwealth attorneys for those jurisdictions have been working on this concept, and Ms. Revis is here to help them organize the support systems and support network that have to go into a successful recovery court, which includes things like it could be making sure there's housing or transportation, making sure there is treatment services for folks that have addiction. The whole concept behind recovery court is you can't simply lock everyone up. You're not locking them up, may not fix. If you lock them up for 6 months, they may still get back out and use again.
True.
So the idea of recovery court is, you're going to drug test them 3 times a week. You're going to make sure they stay on point.
Right.
They're going to meet on a regular basis with the judge to review their case and their progress, making sure they are clean and meeting the marks and doing what they're supposed to be doing. The goal is so that we can rehabilitate the individual and get them back as a productive member of society and hopefully break this chain of addiction.
And you feel like this might be a better way of handling
these
sort of things?
Looking at the ones that have been established across Virginia, they have been successful in other locations. Certainly they are less costly than simply putting them at the Piedmont Regional Jail or the state facilities. So it's an effort to this is not for everyone.
True.
Not for everyone.
Right.
But those that are willing to work and put in the effort, and rehabilitate their lives, it's a great opportunity for them to do that.
Yep. Very much
so. If you got a couple minutes, a few other things. The county was recently notified that we are one of 45 winners for the 2024 Virginia Association of Counties Awards Program. Our Department of Social Services SMILE program and committee was one of the record 145 applicants this year. I want to congratulate our DSS director, Kim Allen, and their SMILE team for their project. It really is about trying to work with our employees and try to keep them. It's a tough job working in social services, dealing with folks, especially on the services side, where you're dealing with adult abuse and child abuse and things like that. So the committee is really working to try to concentrate on the employee and making sure they're healthy and happy as employees. But congratulations to them for our award. We're going to have somebody from VACO down there to present the award to the Board of Supervisors at next month's board meeting. Okay. I'm also excited to announce that the county recently received a congressionally directed spending award in the amount of $1,650,000 from Senators Warner and Kane as part of the FY25 government funding bill. This, along with the $990,000 grant we got last month, that's about $2.6 million towards our $6.4 million total project cost. As you know, we are upgrading the radio systems, the emergency radio systems that Prince Edward, Farmville, Hampton-Sydney, and Longwood all use. So at the end of the day, we'll all be on the same radio system. We'll all be able to communicate. So if you have a serious incident in the community, particularly at one of the college or the university, everybody's on the same page. And all our fire and rescue guys, everybody's able to talk and communicate through the incident. So it's a big investment, but it's with these federal appropriations and grants, we're going to be able to get that cost down to the community a little bit. Okay. We've got an event coming up. We've received a request from Fred Hill, who's the adjunct for VFW Post 7059, who will put on a little short program honoring service members who remain unaccounted for on the battlefield. That event will be held September 20th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. On the courthouse grounds. One of the other projects that we're working on is trying to set up a builder's tour for national and regional builders. We're working with the listing agent for the Manor project to host a presentation tour on the community to get interest from national builders in our community and in the Manor in particular, and hopefully late in October, and I can report back on that. But, buildings down in the area, I think Farmville in particular, back in 2017, did over 70 building permits. I checked last week. To date, they've done a total of 3 for 2024.
Wow.
3 new dwelling units. So, housing is a major issue, and we are right in the middle of the comprehensive plan. So I want to mention that too, that we're about halfway done with that. And even, I was going to mention, even on the economic development side, one of the comments mentioned was that the construction of missing middle housing units for workers and units which will be desirable to the higher income earners associated with the education sector, they're missing. So we don't have, not having the housing, we're missing out on the people. Yeah. And that, in part, is leading to our, I'll say, non-growth. We have been fairly stagnant the last few years in new housing growth and population growth in the community. So we've got to try to figure out a way to how to turn that around. Right. And, one of the ways could be getting new investment into housing into Prince Edward. Yeah. So we're going to try to do what we can to do that. The last thing I wanted to mention, we've been, of course, working the last 2 years with Connex, which is a local telecom company. Connex is actually working with a company called Planet Network. Planet Network is in the process of acquiring Connex. Okay. And Jim Garrett will still have a stake in the new company. Planet Network is currently in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. But I think the good positive thing for us is they're going to bring some additional investment and resources to hopefully be able to speed this thing up and get this project done here, maybe even shorter than 2 years. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. But this is all exciting stuff, and we're excited for what's happening in Prince Edward.
Sounds great. A lot of that stuff, especially with the school and the information now with the departments and everything, using the same sort of channels and whatnot. That I'm sure is going to make a big difference.
I think that's going to make a big difference from our emergency response,
right?
And providing a unified response,
yeah.
And it's something that's been needed. I actually, if you remember, 2007, I'd been on the campus the day before we had the horrific shooting at Virginia Tech. A lot of the units from a lot of different agencies responded that day. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, they all couldn't talk.
Wow.
And the Fire and Rescue Emergency Services couldn't necessarily talk with the campus police departments and local police departments. So that's one of those things that I think why we've been successful in the grants is that the state realizes the importance of interoperability and the ability for folks just to be able to talk to each other. So, again, I think that'll go a long way to improving that aspect of our emergency response in this community.
I would imagine so. I can't see how that would not improve greatly with that being done. So I want to thank you, Doug Stanley, for coming in. If you don't have anything else, we'll leave you to take care of. I'm sure you have a busy schedule today. We thank you for coming in, though.
No problem. Look forward to seeing you next month.
All right. Yep.
Thanks, John.
All right. Thanks. And I'll have some more information and updates on some of the stuff he talked about and maybe even something new that we haven't talked about today. So that was Doug Stanley, County Administrator for Prince Edward County. We thank him again for coming in, being our guest this morning. And our time now is 8:23. We're not quite ready for the bottom of the hour, so I'll read a few things and then allow Noah to come in and get behind his microphone. On this day in history, September 16th, Mayflower's departure for America. This was 1620 on this date in 1620. English colonists aboard the Mayflower set sail for America, where they founded Plymouth, Massachusetts, after 41 men, including William Bradford and Miles Standish, signed the Mayflower Compact. That was, again, 1620 when that happened. And let's see what else that we can talk about real quick here. I can't remember if Noah's the fan of Frasier or not. Maybe even Broshan, I think, was a fan of that show. 1993, the sitcom Frasier, a spinoff of Cheers, starring Kelsey Grammer, debuted on NBC on this date and became one of the most popular American television shows of the late 20th century. 1993 was when that debuted.
Frasier?
Yep.
I love Frasier.
I
John.
thought so.
Yeah, no. Frasier's a great show.
So now I am joined by Noah Massage.
Hello.
The consummate co-host.
How's it going, John? How you doing?
I am here. I am rolling.
Good morning.
Good morning. How was your festival experience?
Well, John, you were at the festival as well.
Yeah, but you were there a lot longer, so you can inform me and the listeners what else happened when I wasn't there.
It was great. There was a lot of people.
I did see the balloons go up. I saw that.
That was unplanned, I think.
But a nice, unexpected surprise. Mm-hmm. But go ahead. As you sip your Java.
No, thank you, John. I mean, I think it was a great festival. It was actually, I had the problem of feeling claustrophobic, so that's how many people
don't like big crowds.
I mean, usually I'm okay, but like it was pretty crowded. Like everywhere I walked, I felt like I was bumping into people. So it was a very busy, very, very, very busy Heart of Virginia festival, which is good. That's what you need, and also very fun booths. I went to a couple of them. I saw some, cream and like different hand lotions, and
I know she didn't buy any for us here in the restroom area.
There was nipple cream, and I was like, I wonder if John needs this.
No, that sounds. If you were looking at it, you were in the market for that. Sounds like
it was an organic booth.
Did Danny run out of balloons at some point?
I think I don't know.
That was running there for a while when I was still there.
Yeah. They we pumped
out
a lot of
happy
balloons.
Kids got balloons.
That's right, John. That's right.
Did you go to where that inflatable tent was that were selling the large inflatables? Did you buy one of those?
No, I did not buy one of those. I did stop by though. I did stop by that. I also saw Chris Wood. Did you stop by Chris's?
You saw Chris? Okay.
Yep.
And somebody had to leave. I had other things to attend to.
That's right. Let me ask you this: how was your nephew's ball game?
It was well. We mentioned it. I think we were talking about it a little
Slightly,
bit, and
yeah.
I basically said these games are just sort of getting him used to having people his own age throwing the ball at him.
Used to be a coach throwing the ball.
Coach
now
pitch.
It's a mean old grumpy kid.
Well, some of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, they're all young and starting out, and they'll have a good pitch, and then
But they want to fight. How old is your son?
Son, my nephew. My nephew is all.
You know what I mean, John. You know what I mean.
He's 9.
All right, he's 9. So your nephew's 9.
Yeah.
I mean, 9-year-olds get like aggressive when, like, they can. I'm not saying
he watches
all of
wrestling, so
them.
I can see where he does have that bit of aggression.
Start like slamming down on the field.
But,
yeah,
they have a lot of people on the team, unfortunately, in the sense that they probably could have split it into 2 if they had at least a couple of more. But
wow, that is a lot.
So he may get 2 times at bat at best, and or maybe he has to switch off playing infield and whatnot. But as far as him, he had a decent game. He had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
But it was all right. So now you stayed for the entire thing. So that was it ended at 3, but you probably stayed later than that.
I left at like 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the booths were wrapping up like 10, 15 minutes before 3. So, to get out of the way.
Get a lot of sign-ups?
Got a lot of sign-ups.
What were they signing up for? Why don't you mention that?
I will mention that. I was gonna say, oh yes, when I was in Little League, John, I was actually voted most valuable player. I was a bench warmer for 3 years.
And you got most valuable player?
Okay.
Okay.
John, it is important
to warm the bench.
Yes.
To keep it warm for the rest of the players.
Yeah, you don't realize how important that job actually is. But so I was, we were there signing people up for a new website that we're bringing to the community. It's called Farmville Now. It's a event calendar. So what that entails is it basically has a collection of all of the events that are happening in and around the Farmville area, and you can find them in one place. And also with this website we've been working on, users have the ability to submit their own event if they choose to do so. So if they, like you, John, if you wanted to throw a shindig and bring, have a soiree, or a la giora, okay. You could, hypothetically submit that event, and it would get approved, and then, so other people could see it's happening. It's almost like What's Happening in Farmville. Just, You
mean like the TV show What's Happening?
No, What's Happening in Farmville, the Facebook page, but just like more event centric and a little bit more organized with the showing the events and showing what days they are, because it's just little calendars that we've kind of developed. So anyways, that's coming to the community very soon. I think we plan to release in October sometime, so that's very exciting. But if you sign up for the newsletter right now, so if you go to farmvillenow.com, sign up for the newsletter, you are entered in a chance to win $500. We're going to have a lucky winner on October 7th that we're going to be revealing. So by signing up, you enter into this chance to win $500. So it's like there's almost no reason not to sign up, if you catch my drift, John. So, yeah, but I mean...
Drift is caught.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Well, you talked yourself to the bottom of the hour, which is where we need to be.
Yeah.
And we'll do the following. This edition of The Weather is brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. With over 30 years of banking experience, I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal project. Give us a call at 391-1136 or stop by our downtown office at 216 North Main Street, where you'll find old-school personal assistance with attention to detail. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
And your weather forecast for today, 30% chance of showers roughly around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy today with a high near 74, a 70% chance of showers tonight with a low around 64. Looks like rain most of the week. Tuesday, it's a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high near 74. Tuesday night, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a low around 65. Wednesday, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high near 78. Wednesday night, it's a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a low around 63. Humidity is 94%. Winds are from the north, 9 miles per hour. Barometer is 30.23. Here in Farmville right now, mostly cloudy skies. 62 here at WFLO. AM 870, the Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. And now the birthday calendar brought to you by the Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
And with those birthdays and possible anniversaries, I present Noah Massaw.
Hey, John, how's it going?
You haven't covered this ground already?
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm doing
All
okay.
right.
How are you?
Okay, doing well. Okay, so we got the birthdays for today, September 16th, 2024. John, we have, of course, 3 special names to get to. So we're going to start off with Emma Friedel. Emma Friedel is having a birthday. Jenny Lynn Schaefer also celebrating today. And last but not least, we have Laurel Elizabeth Webb.
Okay.
So those
And
are the
that's
3.
it?
Yep, 3
That's
birthdays. That's it,
All
John.
right.
That's all I got for you today.
Catch a break. I have to do the Friday one where it includes Saturday and Sunday. Plus Friday.
That's a lot of birthdays to cover.
It can be. So did you want to tell the lovely folks out there how they can get those birthdays and anniversaries
Yes, of
on?
course. I would love to, John. Thank you. So you can send those birthdays to birthdays@wflo.net, or you can call them in at 434-394-0924 if you choose to do so, and you can talk to me and John while giving, a birthday away. You can do that. Or you can send smoke signal as well. That's always a good way.
Or a
And
telegram.
Telegram.
A singing telegram.
You can send a pigeon, one of those pigeons that have like little messages on there. You know what I mean, John?
Yeah,
Back in
Arabella. She's right over here.
Medieval times, and
Tell Noah to stop. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's the message. That's so funny. John.
Arabella.
Good one.
Stop. For the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, Main Street, Farmville. And so now we have done our due diligence.
All right, we got to get into it, John. Before
What's
the
that?
birthday, celebrity birthday, let's talk about the, there was an attempted assassination again.
And where were you
Believe
when
it or
this
not.
went down?
I was in bed sleeping.
Oh, you weren't on the golf course anymore?
No,
Okay.
John. Jeez. John, what are you trying to say by that?
I was
Come
just
on, I'm
curious.
trying to keep my identity.
I know you worked as a
little.
caddy one time as a kid.
I did work. That's true. That's not even a made up story. So
No,
that's
it's
funny. Let's get into it, John. Let's unravel. Second assassination attempt. Is this the first time in history a president has been attempted? Or there has been an attempted assassination on a president twice,
Usually the
Because
presidents are
usually
in
it's
office.
once. Yeah, that too.
That's the interesting
Never a
thing.
running.
Yeah.
Well,
not
there
to
was
my knowledge of it.
Kennedy, not what was his name? Not John, but the other, his brother, Robert Kennedy.
Yeah.
He was assassinated while he was
technically,
running.
yeah.
So
So
kind
I
of in a
guess-
similar boat.
Kind of, yeah. In a weird way, you're right. Yep. So yeah,
But this business on was it his own golf course? I guess
it
right?
was, and
Yeah.
supposedly, according to the news we play, it was like a last minute decision to go out and play.
Yeah, well,
So obviously, there's a leak, or someone's doing some high surveillance,
or somebody just knows that that's his golf course, and he might show up.
and
He did have 2 backpacks with him, so that kind of implies that he may have been there for a bit.
makes me. And I don't think you would just do that on a whim. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me speculating, and I don't want to speculate, but so much because
Well, let's speculate, John. Come on, let's get into it.
let's just put it this way: I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to get that guy's vote.
Well, I think that guy's in the old slammer.
Routh is what his name is.
Routh.
Routh.
Weird.
Ryan Wesley or Ruth. I'd say
That's
Routh.
RRR.
Ruth.
Right?
Routh.
3 R's?
Yeah. Well, no, it's RWR.
Oh. Sorry.
Ryan Wesley.
Routh.
Maybe if Scooby-Doo was saying it would sound have that R sound in it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Scooby snack time.
always Scooby snack time.
Yeah, I definitely. Yep.
Let's talk about another winner here.
I was going to say, John, like
What's
this. So the Secret Service did take him out after discovering a muzzle, or like
someone saw a
somebody
muzzle,
saw
yeah.
the muzzle,
Yeah.
which is like good on the Secret Service, by the way, for like at least taking him out. Before anything happened, before shots were fired. Well, they didn't take him out, but they did fire his way.
And
he
it
ran
might
away.
have something to do with the Ukraine,
Yeah.
war thing and all that.
Yep. Totally.
My thing is, if you want to support Ukraine and you got a gun like that, you might as well go over there and fight for them.
Yep.
Instead of hanging around on a golf course and taking pot shots at somebody that's unarmed. But that's just me. So now we can do the celebrity birthdays.
Can we?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
because that topic. Why shine any light on some Nimrod like that?
That's true.
That just gives them more reason to do it again. Someone else, I mean.
Yeah, true. I guess we should totally act like it didn't happen.
Well, they already did it with the other one, now didn't they? All right.
So do you want them to talk about it, or you rather them just keep it as well? In a perfect world,
I wouldn't give the person that actually did it any extra,
Maybe don't even use a real name. Don't, because it's giving them direct.
Nothing wrong
credit.
with knowing who did it,
Yeah.
but let's not get into those. Well, why?
Okay.
Why? And what happened in his childhood to cause him to want to do something like that?
So no guilt tripping, no
To make it seem like they're the
sympathizing.
victims somehow and all that.
No,
wonderful stuff.
I don't think. I think we're good. I don't think we were doing any of that.
Oh, not we aren't, but they will.
Yeah.
But anyway, actor Ed
They
Begley
being-
Jr., your boy, turns 75 today.
Hey, that is my boy. I love that guy. He's a funny guy. I especially liked him in that one movie.
The only movie I really remember him in was Amazon Women on the Moon, which, if you've ever seen it, is nothing but like a bunch of shorts put together in one film. And he had the short of The Invisible Man. He was sort of recreating the formula that is, if I remember right, his grandfather or something like that. He would have been the original Invisible Man. And obviously, he didn't perfect it because he was never invisible.
Yeah.
Talking about Ed Begley in the Amazon Women on the Moon version. So he is upstairs, and then he goes down to where the tavern is, and he's walking around completely naked, and he's doing things to move things on the table, and he thinks he's mystifying people because they can't see him. But the joke is they can see him, and this isn't the first time he's done that. So they play along with him. And so there's a guy on the table going, "Oh, look, the pen's moving. How is that happening?" Very, sarcastically, and so that's the joke.
Wow, yeah, that sounds like a great movie, John.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
It's a great movie. But anyway, he turned 75.
When did that get released?
His dad wasn't all upstairs either. But what was that?
How old is that movie? Did it
80s.
80s?
80s film.
Does not surprise me.
It was sort of a rehash of a movie that had come out before called Kentucky Fried Movie or something like that. And that was same premise, a bunch of shorts, comedic type things. Arsenio Hall is in Amazon. This would have been early in his career. But it's got Steve Guttenberg has a short in it. Some people like that you would maybe have seen in other things at the time, or their career was just starting off or something like that. It's not all the shorts are strong, but they're supposed to be silly, like Airplane the movie and movies like that. It's got that same kind of vibe. Actor Mickey Rourke turned 72. I didn't do the fun fact on your boy Ed Begley.
Yeah. What was the fun fact, John?
What was the fun fact? Does it even say? I don't see it. Oh, wait a minute. That's another one of those things where the fun fact has to do with someone else in their lives and not that actual person. His wife, Rachel, is also an actor.
Ah,
That's the fun fact for today.
that is a fun fact.
Mickey Rourke's fun fact is first feature film he appeared in was 1941.
That's the Steven Spielberg,
Which was like a huge
Spielberg.
bomb, if I
Yeah.
recall.
but it's got people. It's like a cult classic now, right? People like it.
I don't know if it's I don't know. It could be, but not to my. I'm not aware if it's a cult classic. I do remember though seeing ads for it in old comic books I would find and thinking, well, it's got John Belushi in it. I wonder if that was a big hit, and come to find out, it really wasn't that big of a hit. Magician David Copperfield turned 68. Fun fact for him, awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1995. Do you know anything about this whole thing with the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
That is it. Are you going to tell me that they have to pay out of their own pocket?
Exactly. So why is that a fun fact, and why is it really considered an award
Well,
if
I'm
you
sure,
have to pay
okay.
for it?
So look, I think you first have
And
to.
it's not cheap,
Yeah.
by the way.
This is something like you have to first be nominated, and then you can pay. Or not anybody with that sum of money can just get their name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'm
honestly
sure.
don't know that part of it. I just know it's
Yeah.
odd that an award is something you have to pay for.
I'm sure it's something like, well, it's something it's like a statue. It's like if you gave a guy like $500 to make a statue of you, that's something. I mean, it takes work, and also it's limited real estate too. You know, there's only a finite amount of spaces on that Hollywood Walk. So
But it shouldn't be an award.
well, but it is.
You're
though.
renting space.
Yeah.
Is more of a better term, I would think.
But like, they're not going to take it off. They're not going to rip it out. So it's not
But
like
they do. They've done that
Have they done
recently.
that?
Yeah, with sidewalk fixtures and when they had to fix, they would pull up those things, of course, and try to replace them and stuff. So they do pull them up if need be.
Yeah.
For construction purposes. I think the biggest thing he ever did, he got himself a model as a wife there for a while, and I can't remember. It's been so long ago, I don't remember who the model was, but that was his biggest
Maybe that's
trick
his
that
fun
he pulled
fact.
off. That would have been my fun fact. Actress Jennifer Tilly turned 66, and her fun fact, her middle name is Ellen. Jennifer Ellen Tilly. She has a sister named Meg Tilly. And
your favorite person, Richard Marx.
what about Richard Marx? I see it.
Yeah.
My favorite person. I didn't mind Richard Marx back in the 80s.
You, John, anytime he plays, anytime he's singing a
I like
song
his more
around here.
up-tempo song. You know how he got his start? He was background vocalist for Lionel Richie.
No way.
Way. Fun fact, voiced himself in an episode of Family Guy. There you go. He was once married to, the name escapes me, but he was married
That's a very interesting name.
to this lady that was in two films. One was Dirty Dancing,
Yeah.
and the other was a John Travolta film. It was the sequel to Saturday Night Fever, Staying Alive. Staying Alive, she had short hair. She had more of a long kind of blondish hair. She would have been the real pretty blonde that was in Dirty Dancing that ended up getting pregnated and had to have an abortion and all this other sort of stuff. She wasn't a main character, but she was one of the characters in the film.
I definitely know this lady. Her name.
Cynthia
Something like that.
But real pretty lady, very talented, obviously. Anyway, so he turned 61, Richard Marx. Now he's married to a old VJ from MTV back in the 90s, I want to say. Daisy Fuentes. I want to say that's who he's married to these days. And moving along, your girl, actress Molly Shannon, turned 60 today. Fun fact, was nominated for a Primetime Emmy for her guest appearance on Will and Grace, another show favorite of yours.
Yeah, John. Everybody knows I've watched that show inside and out, left and right.
I'll allow you to do the next one.
Oh, thank you, John.
Someone else you...
I actually, Amy Poehler, also big fan of. I'm not a big fan of Molly Shannon, but Amy is. I genuinely think she's hilarious.
Yeah.
One of the more funny female comedians. And if there was a roast battle between you, John, and Amy, I mean, Amy would obviously win. Obviously.
Roast battle?
Yeah.
What is that?
Like a roast, like a comedy roast.
Oh.
Have you seen like
Well,
a
let's
roast?
put it this way. If I was having a roast, she wouldn't be invited.
Oh, jeez, John.
There you go.
Like
How you like them apples?
What kind of roast, John?
Here's
Like
your fun fact.
Yeah.
Has hosted SNL twice, once by herself and once with who?
Let me.
Another favorite of yours.
Who is
Tina
it?
Fey.
Tina Fey. Wow. I don't.
You love these people. I don't know why you're so afraid to bring it out in the open. Your boy Nick Jonas turns 32 today. Guess what? He portrayed.
Oh my God.
I didn't know this. He portrayed Frankie Valli of all people in Jersey Boys Live. I didn't know that.
Interesting. I did know that because I'm a huge fan. No, I'm
Of
kidding.
Frankie Valli.
Yeah.
When I play those songs, that's when I really see Noah, snapping the fingers and dancing around. By the way, our phone lines are open if you'd like to be a part of this wonderful program. Give us a call.
John Flo Rida has a birthday today.
Oh, well, we're going to get back to that. 434-394-0924. Unlike you, I don't really like the sound of my own voice, so I get tired of talking.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to invite some other people to
sure.
chime in.
Well, I'm just saying you skipped him and you went down to the bottom.
Go ahead.
No, Flo Rida, turning 45 today. And apparently he has performed in multiple episodes of American Idol.
The only Flo I know was that one that was on Alice, and she would tell Mel to kiss her grits.
Oh.
That's the only Flo I know, other than this Flo right here. Drummer Kenny Jones, Small Faces, and then The Who. 76, he was the replacement for Keith Moon after he passed. Mm-hmm. I actually knew who that was. That's why I threw it in there. You want to talk about David Bellamy of the Bellamy Brothers? He would have been one of the other brothers.
I'll let you take that
74.
one. 74. Yep. Is that all you have?
I'm just chiming in.
Okay.
You wanted to do the birthday.
Oh, yeah. No. Correction, sir.
You did. You said we got more to do, so.
Oh, okay.
I'm chiming in. Anybody
Okay,
else
okay,
that you see that you like?
Okay. Well, I feel bad for choosing because, honestly, in reality, we should read all of these.
Well, then you go right ahead.
But,
I will not stand in your way.
I don't want to just, pick who I want to say, and then because I feel bad for the ones I don't say, So,
I don't feel bad for him at all.
All right, well, that's you, John. I can't do it. I can't.
Okay, I guess we'll end there.
All right.
So those were your celebrity birthdays, and if you want to talk about some other celebrity birthdays or any other birthdays that you might want to talk about, 434-394. You keep blocking me on the phone thing. Right? You don't want people to call in. Is that the problem? 434-394-0924. Noah does not want to give out the number today. I'm finding that odd.
I love giving out the number. I incidentally stepped on you every time you tried giving out the number.
Yeah,
so
I'm trying to figure out what.
So I just decided to stop talking for a minute.
I think there's something amiss here. I think.
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
I think
something's
someone's trying to keep the phone calls from coming in. He's sweating profusely.
It's like George from that episode of Seinfeld in the meeting after.
The Kung Pao or whatever.
Kung Pao, yeah. I'm just sweating.
It's the Kung Pao, sir. Man, all those some of those episodes are just really, really good like that.
Yeah.
Usually George and food was usually a pretty good episode. All right, let's see what else we can talk about here. I did notice this. Tito Jackson of originally the Jackson 5 family says the Jackson 5 member has passed away at the age of 70. Even Doug Stanley had seen that. We were talking about that before we started the show. Yeah, I don't know how many are still alive.
It's like the Jackson 1. Yeah.
Well, that's usually what you get when these bands keep touring. And the original members have either gone on or just have, are no longer part of the. You get like the Dave Clark 2, and as opposed to the Dave Clark 5, or you get 2 Dog Night or 1 Dog Night, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of getting the Beatles, you get the Beatle.
The beat. You get the beat. That's about it. That's about all you get.
Yeah. So. Instead of the Who, it's the Who Are They? Because none of them.
Well, I saw the Who when John Entwistle was still alive, so it would have been everybody but the drummer. It would have been everybody but Keith Moon, and that would have been Ringo Starr's son who was playing the drums at that show I saw, and he was a pretty good drummer.
Instead of the Rolling Stones, it's the Rolling.
That's right. Okay, let's get a caller
sorry.
on.
Okay.
Good morning.
All right.
You're on the air.
Good morning. I just want to say, y'all are cracking me up today. Y'all have become like brothers.
Noah would not want me to be part of his family. So you're getting a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much to entertain
Wow,
you.
thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the kind words. Did you go to the Heart of Virginia Festival?
Yes. I saw you, John, and Noah was out wandering around, so I did not get to see him.
Oh, man.
Did you hang around for most of the day, or did you only stay for a part of it? Or
No, just part of it.
Okay.
I'm early, and when the sun came out, I was about done.
It did come
I
out
didn't stay
eventually.
much later.
Right
Yes,
about
it
the
did.
time I started to
Yeah.
leave, I noticed that.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, did you enjoy the time you were there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was, I sure did.
Well, good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. A lot of people, a lot of variety.
They had a good turnout.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the kind words.
Yeah, appreciate And
All
caller.
right, y'all have a good one.
Okay, you two. Did I see you at the Duck Derby?
Were you at the Duck Derby?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I thought for some reason. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were somebody else,
No, I
but
didn't.
She is somebody
no,
else.
This is Regina. No, I talked to John, but I didn't see you. But
Oh,
I
man.
remember
Noah was
you
fashionably
from-
late. I was there for the setup. You got there in time for the balloons to go off, though.
yeah, I did see that, John.
All right, well, thank you for calling in. You have a great day.
All right, y'all too.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye. All right, some kind words there.
Very kind words. I don't see us as brothers. I see us as mortal enemies, John. Good
and guess
versus-
who's the good guy?
Yeah, hey, no, I'm kidding.
You're the one in blacks.
Oh, come on, John. I'm wearing red.
Is it red? Oh.
It's red.
Oh, I was talking about the hat.
Oh,
It's kind of
It's
dark.
blue.
It's very dark.
I'm wearing
dark
a blue
red.
hat.
That's almost maroon. It's more so than red.
wearing green pants, red shirt, blue hat,
And now you have the visual, folks.
Yep, that's right. Just piece all that together in your mind, yeah. All right, John. Well, I'll mention one more time, but again, like I mentioned before, we were signing people up for the Farmville Now newsletter, so you can go to farmvillenow.com and sign up. And by signing up, you enter for a chance to win 500 big ones. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Benjamins that can all be yours just by signing up. The winner will be released on October 7th, and again, this is something that you would want to sign up for in the first place, regardless of money, because it is a very, very beneficial resource to the community and community members. I find myself using it. It's just an event calendar with all of the events that are happening in the Farmville area in one place. And also, best part is users can submit their own events. So it's going to be a really, really great tool, and we can't wait to show it to the public. Anything that you would like to add, John?
Oh, yeah. Hampton-Sydney finally got a game.
Oh,
win.
my goodness.
Did you hear about that this morning?
I did hear a little bit of...
Luke Lindquist
Yeah,
told us all about it.
he did, yeah.
Yep. And you and Luke now have formed a bond.
We have formed a bond.
You're
Yeah.
more like brothers than you and I are brothers.
Yeah, I'm not even brothers with my actual blood brothers,
You should hear the stories I get sometimes about this sort of thing.
Yes, my family is a little...
Noah's the only normal one, according to Noah.
No, come on. Turns out everybody's normal except for me.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I'm kidding. No, I mean, I had a rough time growing up, John.
Rough childhood. All right,
It was a
folks,
rough
sit back
time.
and let's listen to this.
I worked a job when I was 7 years old to provide for my family.
And where was were you like the youngest one?
Yeah.
You're the baby.
I was like a character of a I don't know, like a Great Depression kid. Like that's the best way I can explain it.
Get your papers here.
I was giving papers away. Well,
Get your papers here.
I was selling papers and doing shoe shines for like $1 and doing card tricks to make money. I really was like a kid from the 20s. Like, I mean, it was...
Go get your shine box. You ought to bring
it
in your shine box.
Maybe that'll be a service that we should
have
offer.
No. I'm just meant for reminiscing.
No.
But if you want to, that'd get some pocket change for you. You can start the shoe shine right outside the door.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Get yourself a little sign.
Instead of this is going to sound horrible. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think it's kind of funny.
What's that?
Instead of giving like homeless people money, what if we gave them like a shoe shine box and they could shine shoes for people in Farmville?
I wish you hadn't offended them like that.
What do you mean that just homeless in general in Farmville, John?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they don't want a shoe shine.
Maybe they should consider it as a career path, as they call it.
I thought you were going to go out of your way and say you were going to shoe shine.
No. Well, that's also a good idea. That's equally as beneficial.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that time remaining, give us a call, 434-394-0924 if you'd like to chime in.
Yeah.
Add your 2 cents.
John, you like to you get quiet when you get uncomfortable.
No, not me.
And then you change the subject instantly.
Whereas you tend to talk more as you get uncomfortable.
I think I think
get very
it's
chatty.
important. I think you have to explain your point. I think you have to make people, totally, just
I tend to allow people to go
understand
off the
where you're
cliff.
coming from. Yeah, you do.
I just get quiet and back away.
Maybe
and
maybe it's from all those westerns you've seen.
I just
Just
let them
people
go.
riding off cliffs.
Yeah, I just let them do their own damage and kind of keep to myself.
That's good. That's a way of life,
That's the way I live it.
Yeah.
How are the cats and everything? Jeff the cat okay?
Jeff's doing great. Jeff's doing well. Jeff is, Jeff, he's a good guy. Yeah.
Jeff should have came out to that festival.
He would have been great. Yeah.
He would have been.
He would have been great.
Yeah. Could have had him hold the balloons.
Oh, at the festival, John, I don't know how we forgot to mention this, but the guy, there's a magician that comes almost every Hartford, Virginia.
Is he the one with the big top
guy
hat?
has a big top hat and a rabbit too, a cute little bunny.
Okay.
And yeah, so we did get to see him as well.
I saw him, but I didn't realize he was a magician. I just thought he liked big hats.
I mean, what did you think of his bunny? Did you think
I didn't see the
okay,
bunny.
Gotcha.
I didn't know he had a bunny on him.
Yeah, he had a bunny.
Maybe the bunny was in the hat, and I didn't catch that part.
Very likely, John.
Did he take the bunny out of the hat?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Cool.
Did one of those, that move.
Presto.
Good.
All right. Well, my apologies to the shy penguin. We didn't get to talk about.
Well, John, he's going to be there tomorrow, so
yeah,
cover him another time.
Yeah, over there in New Zealand.
Yeah, nobody lives in New Zealand. That's all a myth.
What's wrong with that? I don't know. So, anything else you'd like to add? With a few remaining seconds.
Let me ask you this, John. Is there anything you would like to add?
Just this: that we'll do this again tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I hope your nephew succeeds in his team. And I mean, it's a tough playing ball. Being 9 years old and playing ball, that's a difficult path. But good luck to him. Yeah,
thank you.
As he ventures into the great unknown. John, back to you.
Okay, that's the end of the ball game, folks. Talk at you tomorrow.